I'm going on mute. Please have a wonderful interview with Rebecca.
Thanks.
Hi.
I know we were talking about the pins before. Is it the pin of your face now, or is it the rabbit face pin?
Oh, wouldn't it be funny if they put my face on a patch?
I was gonna say I'd be confused with it, but I was like, all right, I guess people can tell that
No,
way.
my rabbit face.
Don't mind me. I've had COVID all week, so if I sound like I'm dying, I literally am. So
I've been there.
but I wasn't expecting to laugh as much as I did when I was watching it. How do you come up with something like Bad Rabbit? I just wasn't expecting that at all. I'm like, oh, it's the girls from Glow. Like, I'm a huge fan of this. Let me check this out. I was like, okay.
Kate and I like share a really dark sense of humor, and we have just like been friends now for like 6 years and making dark jokes. And I think, like all comedians, like we sort of process pain with jokes, and you process trauma that way. And I tend to take dark subjects and put them in comedy, dark comedies. And so then with this, we were able to like put it not only in a dark comedy but make it a horror, which is fun because you could take a dark subject, and which is kind of violent, and then meet it with violence, and then just be like, comedic along the way, and punctuate those like emotional real moments with the absurdity of the comedy. And yeah, it's just sort of like how we joke around, and then we translate that into all the things that we work on together.
I know this is Kate's first foray into like directing shorts at this point, but you've done a few of them. Was there anything different for Bite Size Halloween that you hadn't run into before on other stuff?
Honestly, Bite Size Halloween was incredible because it's the biggest budget we ever had. So I've often like crowdfunded for shorts, and so I've made shorts for as low as $2,000, and so this was like the biggest budget we had, so it was kind of incredible to have like the right amount of crew, like where obviously we were doing 3 jobs each or 4 jobs each sometimes, but that's by choice. Like the fact that we could have like an art director and a production manager, like literally the amount of PA, like I was like, wow, this is incredible. And we shot in my house, but like at the end, I was like, it's fine, I'll clean up. And they're like, no, like literally our job is to get it back, your house back to the way it should be. And it was like, wow, this is so cool. We have like all these people to do things that normally we're doing on our own. And Kate is also, she's directed a lot of her music videos, and being a musician, you're sort of like the boss of everything in terms of like, she's Kate Nash, she's does everything for her own career, and so of course she has people to help her at times, but we're so scrappy and so used to sort of having to throw it all together ourselves that it was incredible to have a team of people, not only on the production side with 20th Digital, but also just like a full crew.
Was it always the plan to do it at your house, or did that just come up out of nowhere?
I've shot a lot of things here. We shot our last short here, and we shot a music video for Kate here. And it comes down to budget. It's like when even though I said it's the most budget, it's still like, well, what are we going to rent something that looks similar to my house just so that it's not my house? And it's easy to just be able to access it. And this is the room. This was Elspeth's bedroom, actually, is my office. And yeah, my house has lots of brightly colored walls, and it can easily look creepy when you get the right creepy stuff to put in it. So I think my husband and my son would probably prefer that we shoot somewhere else next time, but I ship them off to a hotel when I'm shooting something here. I'm like, why don't you go to, I don't know, Palm Springs?
Yeah, I can imagine. I've got a 21-month-old running around in here somewhere. So if you hear any
Oh,
screaming in the background, that's
yeah.
what that is.
I
Uh,
have an 8-year-old, so hopefully he's not screaming, but he knows I'm
not
shooting. I was like, I have to do some interviews for Bad Rabbit, and he's like, it's my life.
you and Kate have obviously acted together before on Glow, but this is like, did you guys find any kind of conflicts writing and directing something together? Did that come up at all? Like, did you have a different process than she did?
We collaborated all along the way. Kate is so funny and so like incredible, and she has such an amazing work ethic, and so we really connect on so many levels, and I feel like we have like a shared sense of tone, um in terms of like what we enjoy. and what we also want to put out. And so, yeah, we didn't really have conflicts. I mean, we get along really well. And as friends and then as collaborators, we really heighten with each other. And something I love about her is I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's because she's a rock star. But I think there's an element of, I can say like, what about this? And say like the craziest thing on earth. And I feel like a lot of times I've been said things like that before, like to crazy stuff. And people will be like, no, or that's not possible. That's not practical. Or, and she'll be like, yeah. And then how about this? And I'm like, yeah, how about this? And so we sort of allow ourselves to go to like the darkest and most creative depths. And it works out really well because we bring two kind of different things to the table, but where we meet is just super fun. And it's kind of like some of my favorite things I've ever done are with Kate now.
I could tell you guys kind of went to dark places with the whole toothbrushing scene and the mason jar and everything like that. I was like, I don't know what I was expecting when I turned on Bad Rabbit, but I don't know if that's something I don't think I've ever seen in anything that wasn't on like HBO or Cinemax or something at that point.
You know, it wasn't hard to come up with that. It was like, you just think of like the darkest thing to do with, like, it was like, all right, we got to torture her. And Kate was like, what if we like put her toothbrush in the toilet? And I was like, that's been done.
It's been done.
What else can we do? Yeah. It's like, what else can we do? Oh, well, you could be cleaning the cage and it still gets the same effect, but it's like more specific. So kind of like taking tropes that you've seen before. I mean, in some ways, that's so much of what is done now is you take formats you've seen and turn them on their head and heighten them. And yeah, it was really, really fun. And poor Melinda Decay, who played Mother, was amazing, but we felt kind of bad having to be like, okay, and now we brush your teeth really hard. Like,
what did you use for the actual brushing of the teeth? I hope it wasn't that, but still.
No, just the toothpaste, actually. You can't see anything. Yeah, she just screams and says it tastes like shit, but just tasted like mint.
Always good to know. I was like, man, Kate and Rebekka might have a really dark past with their mother or their grandmother or something. This is going somewhere.
Actually, we have amazing mothers and grandmothers, but we can take experience in other ways and just pump it into through those characters. So it's not based on real life. Except I do run people over with lawnmowers all the time.
Well, I mean, it's California. That's a thing.
I have a landscaping business.
I'm sure it pays well.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself coming back for Bite Size Halloween season 4 or other shorts with Kate involved in it?
Oh, Kate and I will definitely make shorts. I mean, I would love to make more for Bite Size Halloween. I'm not sure if they have repeat customers, but yeah, I have a million horror short ideas, and Kate and I would actually really love to be able to turn Bad Rabbit into a feature because we have a whole Drop Dead Fred style feature. Yeah, we have a Bad Rabbit universe. Yeah,
it's expanding.
Yeah, we'd love to make some more horror shorts, some horror features. And yeah, we'll continue to work together for the rest of our lives.
Last question. I came up in the wrestling business out in California. I used to work for World Wrestling Entertainment. That's where I got my start in entertainment and media relations. So like I said, I'm a huge fan of Glow. You guys ever see that coming back at any point, or is that's over at this point, I guess? I
don't know. I mean, as of right now, it seems like it's over. You can always hope. I actually wrestle whenever I can. Not really wrestle, but in terms of like, we put stunts in our shorts. In fact, I shot something for Hulu the other day. It's like this promo. And I convinced them to put some wrestling in. This girl like hair drags me and slams my head into a chair multiple times. And then before she chokes me out, I finally break free. I literally convinced them to do that. There was no stunt coordinator hired when I got the job, and I convinced them to hire one and bring him on. And so I created a whole thing. So I infuse wrestling into everything I do because it's just so fun. Like learning how to wrestle is the best thing ever. So I hope they bring Glow back, but if not, I will bring Glow to everything I do.
I will be gleefully watching everything you guys do in the future, just so I can see your face get smashed into a chair a couple times.
Hey, it's great. Ah! Oh, why would I do it to myself?
Oh. It's for the camera. But thanks, Rebekka. I appreciate all your time. I love the short. I didn't get the chance to talk to Kate, but tell her, give her my feelings that I liked it. And I hope to see you guys work together in the future.
I will. Thank you so much.
No problem. Bye.